Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Day of the Video Diary. How's it going today? Today you come meet me on the last day of my degree. Today is the day of my final university exam, cryptography. So that's interesting. So what's been going on today so far? I got up about 9 o'clock. No, not 9 o'clock, what am I talking about? Got up about 6:30. Got up, had some breakfast, moved on into the office to do a little bit of revision, sort of my daily vlog, before going... Laura went to work, and the water was off. There's been a problem in the area with water, so I had to wait for my shower till about 9, which is why 9 o'clock came into that. And then that's when the water came back on, so I had a shower, got changed, got ready, and now I'm kind of waiting around, kind of revising, kind of waiting around for this exam. I feel this is the most nervous I've felt about an exam. As in, like, I don't feel like I'm going to do very well, and I've spent like a week on revision, and it's one of the... Cryptography is one of the things, like, the maths... The way the topic's set up, it's one of the things that I'm not very good at. I'm not very good at regurgitating definitions. I'm not very good at X, Y, Z. The things that I am good at aren't worth a lot, like the maths that is involved. It's like, you have to do a lot of maths to get tiny amounts of marks out. I'm good at describing things and giving descriptions and describing how things work. I'm not very good at regurgitating definitions. So I'm feeling like nervous about this exam. I'm feeling the most nervous I've ever felt about any kind of assessment ever. And I'm just trying to remind myself that it's all irrelevant. 90% of my degree has already been defined previously. Probably even more than that, because I think second year has a slight influence on the final degree. I don't know if that's true or not. But at the very least, 90% of my degree has already been defined and set, and I've already got my grade 4. This is the last 10%. So, like, if I go in and fail this, it's not going to have a massive effect. And that's why I'm like, I'm scared about going in, doing a like subpar job of like a 2-2 standard job, and then coming out with a 2-2. And that's so hugely unlikely because of, like, I think I could literally fail this and still get a 2-1 above. I think I'd get a 2-1 if I get a low 2-1 if I failed this, I think. Although I haven't done the maths. So it's like, I've just got to relax. I've got to go in and get as much as I possibly can do, because every last percentage matters and counts, but not fret myself. Like, I think I've always been a fond believer that exams are 90% confidence, 10% knowledge. You go into an exam unconfident, you go in and you fail it. That's what happens. You walk in thinking that you don't know something, you sit down and then you think you don't know it and then you get it wrong, or you don't get the answer, you can't think of what the answer is. Whereas if you're confident about the fact that you know the answer, or that you know what you're talking about, you go in, and if you see something that you don't know in the exam, you're unfazed by it because you haven't already gone in beating yourself up. You go in and you go, right, well, I must know this because I know everything, so and then you figure it out. But it is just a case of, I think it's become real to me now that what I'm going to get, kind of in a week or so, I don't know how long it'll take actually, in a week and a bit, maybe about half a month, I'm going to get a degree with a figure on it. And that's the figure that I'm going to sell to companies that want to hire me. It's like bollocks, because I've got a job offer that doesn't matter what my degree is. If I'm to move forward and I were to get a 2-2, let's say, then I've then got to talk about how or why I got a 2-2. Why is it that you've got a 2-2 compared to all of these other people who will have 2-1s? And it's weird that a 2-2, which is essentially a B at A level, is regarded as such a, like, failure. I bet you that is something that will automatically screen you out of some job roles. Because companies will be like, we only take 2-1 and above, or we don't take first and above. Those companies would be idiots. But so yeah, in short, I'm pretty confident I'm going to get a 2-1 regardless of what happens in this exam. It's just... it's become real to me. It's as if 100% lies on this, and I'm just trying to negate that fact in my head. That lie in my head. So that is what's going on. The exam isn't until 4:30, which is even worse because like you just sit around all day dwelling about it. You just sit around thinking, oh, should I be doing more? Should I be revising more? Etc, etc. Usually I'm the kind of... Fuck off. For fuck's sake. Look at this. This is why. That hoodie's shit. It's too big. Golf's getting relegated. So, yeah. Either way. What I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to get the right balance between revising and not stressing yourself out. I'm normally a fond believer of you shouldn't do revision the day of the exam because you just start to stress yourself out. Like I say, 90% confidence. You just start to think, oh, I don't know this, I don't know this, don't know this. Or things like that. I've always been a fond believer of that. However, yeah, I've got all day, so... It's nearly 11 o'clock now. I'm planning on leaving here at about 2:30 to drive to Bath. So that I can get there, chill out on campus. I was hoping it was going to be dry today, but I think it's going to be raining later. But I want to get there so I can just relax and not have to stress about driving or traffic or anything like that, and then walk into the exam, leave, and then that's it, you know? Obviously do the exam, don't just walk in and just walk back out again and be like, fucking lol. On the fine balance now, if I want nothing more to do with cryptography, I'm sick of it. I've been doing nothing but cryptography for the past 9 days. And I'm getting to the point where I just starting, well, I despised it from the off, but like, I'm just, it's doing my head in, that's what I'm saying. So, yeah, I'm just kind of, glancing over stuff, not particularly diving too deep into revision at this point. Sorted my bag and sorted a bit of revision. Now time to have some lunch. It's about 1:30, but I'm trying to eat late so that I'm not hungry at 4:30. So I'm kind of like delaying lunch a little bit. I don't want to leave till 2:30, so if I have lunch now I can basically leave more or less straight after. Time is over. The weather is actually looking quite nice. So maybe we might be lucky and be able to enjoy a bit of the old longboarding on campus. Here's hoping. Otherwise I'm just packing stuff up. It's 2:25, and it's about time to hit the road, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just making sure I've got everything shutting down out of this. And stuff. I just tried to shut it down but I pressed sleep by mistake. Lol. Ironically, I'm going to have to take apart my nicely new organised coat rack to get my coat off just in case it's raining in Bath. And this hoodie. Two of the most difficult things to get. Bloody hell. Shoes on, ready to rock and roll. Hopefully Atlas will have finished updating and then I can roll. Shoes! Shoes! Shoes. Well, that was a lot easier than I thought it would be. Flew here, and I've got a fucking pole position parking spot. Well, hey! This time I tried to park, like, in exam period, not really early in the morning. Couldn't find a parking space for my life. It was like, well, to be fair, I came about midday rather than, like, 3 in the afternoon, but that's not the point. Look at this. And also, it is bloody hot out. Or at least it is in this car. I'm not sure how hot it is outside the car. But, my God. Please be cooler. Oh, Christ. It is bloody perfect. Look at that. I'm pretty glad I brought this now. So, plan of attack. Go and find today's Instagram photo. I'm mildly conscious that I might have done something to this board. I think it's making a weird noise when it rolls with weight on it. I can't figure out what it might be. It's probably me being a pleb. I should never have fucked around with the wheels, you know, but it is a lot better. Must be said. You know what? I might be right. It's slightly difficult to get a decent... Oh my fucking God, are they ducklings? Hello? Oh, look at you little babies. Oh no. Problem is that these trees have grown and blocked my view. No! Either way, let's try somewhere else then. We've got an hour to kill. I've got to do this for the full hour. I'm just gonna... I'll look at notes for a little bit. Just having fun, really, you know. I forget how many trees were about, don't you, when it's fucking summertime again. Well, these are dead last time I came around here. Oh dear, so yeah, I'm just kind of scooting about. I'm probably gonna take the longboard back about 10 to, quarter to. Then I'll go to the toilet, fill up my water bottle, and then go with it maybe, half hour early. Because sometimes you get let in like 10 minutes early, sometimes you don't. It's weird. The board back in the car. Let's go catch up with Beth. Right, it's time. Let's go there. Let's nail this.
I've just figured out to fucking do a degree, but can't fucking undo these shoelaces.
It's bedtime, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, crumbs. It's gone midnight. Got home. After the exam, I drove Andy, Freya and Peter back towards their houses and stuff. Considering it's my last time commuting back from Bath like that. And then I drove back over here. Talked to Dad on the way because he rung me. And then we had a lovely dinner of nachos and chocolate cake, red wine. It's been brilliant. Just been relaxing, you know. It's just like a weight off your shoulders. Oh, it's so good. The exam itself, I don't think it went very well. But I left and everyone else didn't think it went very well. So I don't mind that. There's a load of things that like I revised, but like it was weird. It was like the questions had the answer in them. Like what I would consider to be the question. Like I basically revised for a question, got the answer, revised like certain things and got the answers. The questions all seemed to be the answers that I'd revised, and then it was hard. It's got to be said. It's easily my worst exam, but doesn't matter. You can't win them all. You cannot win them all. So now we're finished. No more university. Tomorrow we hit other stuff. Tomorrow I am planning on having a bit of a spring clean. The kitchen needs cleaning, bathroom needs a bit of a scrub around, the office needs cleaning and reorganising. Tomorrow is like an organised day. I'm going to be organising everything that I could possibly organise before jumping into more stuff, essentially. There's a couple of things I still want to do before I start working, which is type of entrepreneurship notes, get as many of them down as possible as well, just so that I've got like a complete catalogue of everything that I've done at university, like saved digitally.